My name is Chad O'Hagan, and I'm from Yukon, Oklahoma. Towards the end of my junior year, my dad got a new job in Odessa, Texas, so we moved down there, and I ended up graduating from Marine High School. And then after 2 years went by, and then I ended up joining the Navy, and I spent 8 years in the Navy. And then that's where I am here. So I went through the Naval nuclear power training pipeline, and after I went through the pipeline, became qualified as a nuke. I was an instructor for 2 years, and after that, I went to my first submarine in Pearl Harbor, the USS Cheyenne, and I was a nuke still. Well, yeah, and I was an ELT. Basically, I worked in the engine room. I took primary and secondary coolant samples, radiological surveys, that kind of thing, and also stood watch in the engine room, mechanical watch stations, operated all the machinery. So it was a fun time. To live on a nuclear submarine, merely feet away from the reactor, you know, it's hard to say. We all know it's there, but that's all it is. It's just there. We just go about doing our job. If you go to the engine room, I mean, it's likely that you will pass by the reactor compartment on more than once a day, and there's nothing abnormal about it. Well, the submarines started out as diesel powered. The only difference here is that a nuclear submarine doesn't have to resurface. It doesn't require to be refueled every so often. In fact, it only needs to be refueled every 20 years-ish, if not more, instead of being refueled every time it pulls into a port. And not only that, but as being a nuclear sub, it can remain underwater and not have to surface to recharge its batteries, which is what diesel boats used to have to do. Because diesel requires oxygen for the combustion process to work, and you can't do that if you're submerged. You choke. So, the other day, we had a guest speaker come in and talk to us on our campus, and he said something, and we were talking about various accidents, radiological accidents, reactor accidents, and that kind of thing. And something he said kind of stroked to home, he said that accidents will always happen, and that kind of makes me wonder. And I don't know. I think in light of these two things, as a nuclear engineer, we have to be constantly vigilant in what it is that we pursue. We have to keep an open mind. We have to question each other. We have to ask the right questions, and don't be afraid to have questions asked of you. The idea is that you make everything as correct as you possibly can, as safe as you possibly can. My name's Chad. I'm a Navy veteran, I'm a scuba diver, and I'm a nuke.